Welcome to another behind-the-scenes episode of life as a cruise ship crew member. Today is my 92nd day working at reception on the cruise ship Costa Smeralda, and today we are in Doha, the capital of Qatar. Today I worked from early morning until 12:30 p.m. and then I had quite a long break before coming back to work in the evening, so I went out with my friend to explore Doha a bit. The cruise terminal of Doha is one of the newest cruise terminals in the world. It was opened very recently at the end of 2022, and it's one of the most modern cruise ports globally. When guests board the ship, they are greeted by the ship's photographers, who offer to take their pictures. Later they can find and buy those photos on board. The cruise terminal in Doha is really impressive, in my opinion, because it has a huge built-in aquarium filled with colorful fish, stingrays, and even sharks. You can see it from the second floor of the terminal as you enter from the pier, and then again on the first floor near the exit. Like many other people, we couldn't resist stopping for a while to watch the fish swimming around. There were even divers inside the aquarium with scuba gear cleaning it up. It was cool to see.
They're cleaning.
There are shuttle buses that go from the cruise terminal to the city, in particular to Souq Waqif, which is an old market and one of the most famous places in Doha. The shuttle bus is free for everyone, both crew and guests, which is really nice. However, it's good to keep in mind that you might spend quite a lot of time waiting for it. Usually the buses run every 30 or 40 minutes and they don't allow standing passengers. So if there are a lot of people and the bus fills up, you'll need to wait for the next one, which means another half hour. Luckily for us, we didn't have to wait too long, and there were plenty of free seats available. When we arrived in the city, some local people were offering taxi rides and trying to take us to other places. It didn't really make much sense though, because if we wanted to go somewhere else, we would have taken a taxi directly from the cruise port. The shuttle bus stopped not far from Souq Waqif, and it felt like stepping into the past while still being in the modern city. The name Souq Waqif means standing market, because in the old days, traders stood outside with their goods as people were passing by. The souk is full of narrow streets where you can find spices, perfumes, clothes, souvenirs, pets, and even falcons. It was rebuilt in the year 2006, but still it was designed to look traditional, with mud-style walls and old-fashioned wooden beams. We took a walk around, just exploring and seeing if we could find something interesting. And of course, we were also looking for a place to try some local food. We found a restaurant that looked nice and it was completely full of people inside, which is always a good sign when most of the people are locals. So we sat at a table outside and ordered a traditional dish made of rice and meat. The portion was huge and it tasted really good. We also tried some local drinks and shared some food with the friendly street cats that came by. Then it was time to go back to the ship. Actually, I didn't have to be at work until 6:30 p.m., so there was still plenty of time, but our ship always leaves Doha quite early. Today, the all-on-board time for guests was 4:30 p.m., and for crew it was 4 p.m. When we arrived at the shuttle bus stop, there was already a big crowd of people waiting, and I started to worry a bit about whether we would fit on the bus, because if not, we could be late. And that is something you really don't want to happen. If I'm not mistaken, being a little late might get you a warning, but if you actually miss the ship and it leaves without you, your contract ends immediately. Of course, the company's care team will help you with tickets and collecting your belongings, but you won't be working on board anymore. In the end, we came back to the ship on time. I still had a bit of time before my shift started, so I decided to go up to the upper deck to watch the sunset. It was really beautiful. The sky was glowing and it was still quite early in the evening. Later, as we started leaving the port, it was cool to see the city lights of Doha from the ship. Today, guys from the media department on board were filming all the departments to prepare a short video for guests that will be shown to them at the end of the cruise. Basically, all the workers will be just saying bye-bye to them, and we will also be in the video. And tonight we are going to change time on board. We will go 1 hour forward because tomorrow morning we will arrive in Abu Dhabi, that is located in another time zone. And we need to always be synchronized with the ports we come to. Now for almost 2 months we are going to do the same itinerary. We will have 7 days cruises going to the same ports. Abu Dhabi, then 3 days in Dubai, then Oman, day at sea, Qatar and Abu Dhabi again. And every week we are going to change time twice. On the way to Doha, we will go 1 hour back, and then later after sailing from Doha, we will change the clock 1 hour forward again. It's been 1 week since I took my last video, and today we again arrived in Doha. Now I'm doing late shift. I start working at 12:30 p.m. and in the morning I went with my friend to see the sunrise on the upper deck of the ship. We woke up really early and by around 6 a.m. we were already on the spot. At that time, the ship was slowly approaching the port. In Doha, we do not only leave the port early but also arrive early. The scheduled arrival was 7 a.m., but we actually docked a little before that. At first, there were only a few people around, but soon more and more guests started to come out to watch the sunrise. Apparently, we were not the only ones with that idea. It was also cool to watch the port slowly wake up. At the beginning, everything was calm and quiet, with just a few workers waiting to tie up the ship. I really enjoyed this experience. After watching the sunrise, we went ashore. This time we decided to stay close to the ship and do a bit of exercise. It was still very early, so there were not many guests around yet. But the port workers, taxi drivers and the staff from the ship's tour office were already in the places, ready to start the day. By the way, even though the cruise terminal was built not long ago, it looks like traditional Qatari architecture. The exterior design of the building is inspired by Qatari forts and desert architecture, so it's a blend of modern style with cultural heritage. I really liked this car sign, and it was nice to see people in traditional Qatari clothes. First, we took a walk and watched as the city slowly started to wake up. There were a few locals walking near the port, and I guess, just like it's interesting for us to go out and explore new places, they enjoy coming here to see the port and watch the cruise ships. Actually, there is a crew gym on board that is open 24/7, and we are also allowed to use the guests' gym during certain hours when it's not too crowded. But to be honest, I never go there. I've never really been a fan of the gym. I used to do a lot of sports before, different martial arts, yoga and dancing for many years, and I've always preferred group trainings. Lifting weights just doesn't feel exciting to me. So today I decided to do some stretching and a few martial arts moves.
Oh, I cannot see till the end.
Morning stretch with Anna. Gladilina.
We didn't stay outside for too long, as my friend needed to start work quite early today. We walked back to the ship through the lovely Mina district, located right next to the cruise terminal. It has vibrant pastel-colored buildings, painted in pink, blue, yellow and green, which make the whole area feel really joyful. Both tourists and locals like to come here to walk, take photos or enjoy a coffee by the sea. We came back to the ship a little before 9 a.m. and by that time the area was already much more lively. Many passengers were heading out to explore the city, some of them on their own and others joining the shore excursions organized by Costa's tour office. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you liked it and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!